character.
Corrin.
Side B's nice.
It's a very, very strong option. And actually, we're getting Robin. So
Okay.
talking
Hey!
about Robin ends up not being away.
So we're both wrong. So like, so I'm not completely the only commentator wrong. I feel good.
Okay,
I feel a little
I mean,
better.
that's what a good support commentator is all about. You know,
We're in it
I
together,
need to
man.
make terrible mistakes so that when you slip up, it doesn't look so bad. People are too busy looking at me. But anyway, right now going right into it, and Cosmos just laying on the pressure, immediately trying to close this gap. Matsu finding himself a grab, evening up the percent actually, but edge guarding situations always scary for Robin to deal with. I mean, the scariest thing is every time you use your up B, your time is limited, right? You can't. You only have so many up Bs per stock.
I definitely feel like whenever it comes to this matchup, it's the first person to get the hit's going to capitalize the most. Like, you see Cosmos going in for those side Bs.
That tipper two-frame, that was incredible.
That's something we're going to see a lot. Cosmos is definitely going to feel comfortable with going off stage and giving Matsu a really hard time recovering. But as I was saying, man, once Robin gets a grab or Cosmos gets that one hit, it's going to go for a while. It's going to be a lot of percent.
And right now, Matsu is just trying to build up a bit of space right now. You see him, like, yeah, the moment he lands that down to right, it wasn't trying to build on any sort of advantage. He was like, okay, cool, I made space. Let me get some more distance between me and Cosmos going. But Cosmos has not been having difficulty in closing these gaps at all. So I'm wondering maybe when Matsu finds these openings, maybe he can find some way to get more off of them as opposed to backing away so quickly.
For sure. And it looks like right now Cosmos is definitely keeping Matsu, like, in the corner. Even though Matsu is finding those ways to get that space, he's still putting himself in the corner, and Cosmos is still getting some kind of percent off of it.
Right now, though, he is finding better luck shoving Cosmos closer and closer to the edge blast zone right now. This is more the sort of play I'd like to see, which is a bit more bold and taking advantage of your earlier neutral wins, as opposed to when you're Robin, winning neutral isn't exactly easy. So when you finally win neutral and then immediately reset, you're not doing yourself favors.
And it looks like right now, Matsu definitely doesn't want to be on that Smashville platform, seeing as how easy it is for Cosmos.
Oh, great tech right there.
That up B going to give a lot of percent. Still Matsu in a bad spot.
That spacing.
Cosmos has just been like all over the place in the way that he's edge guarding this man right now. He's been throwing out that Dragon Bite, that neutral B. He's been going out for those side Bs. This guy's just having a field day.
It's a hard life for Robin on the way back to the stage. That's not only is there just the limited nature of the win book, right? On top of that, it's such a predictable angle that you're forced to recover in. It makes you a sitting duck. You already are not a fast-moving character in the air. You have the entire deck stacked against you. And, I mean, it looks like Matsu has recognized that, right? He's going to Peach instead, trying to counterpick right now.
Like, Corrin's biggest downfall is whenever you have a character that's faster than her and able to chase her down.
Yeah.
Peach isn't necessarily that character, but it's a step closer to that.
I mean, it's a step closer than being literally the slowest character in the game
yeah.
in terms of land movement. Yes.
Anything literally is better than, than Robin at this point.
And right now, already Matsu, again, playing patiently, just waiting for Cosmos to throw the first button, as it were. And Cosmos actually is not having it. Oh, actually.
What?
I think there was an error in terms of stage
Oh,
selection.
okay. I thought Cosmos was like, all right, we're going to play this game? Here, take the lead right now.
Yeah, no. Because I don't know what exactly went wrong in terms of this situation, but it looks like they're still talking out, trying to figure out what to do.
Well, it looks like nothing bad's going on. This is going to reset, maybe different stage, maybe something else.
Yeah, it can't be that bad because I see Cosmos changing his seat. That's actually the first time I've ever seen that. And, you know, I just now can appreciate
I think it's
Matsu is a 3DS player. I didn't even notice that. 3DS
players maybe it's like obstructing the connection between the 3DS and the Wii. Like you start to get closer to the Wii U.
Having misinputs and stuff because you're a little bit further away, and yeah, this is a room full of wireless signals. I can see it.
Somebody like taped a little piece of aluminum foil to the bottom of the table. It's messing up with the.
Yeah, that would be awful. But yeah, okay, this is looking more like it. Looks like Matsu is opting to play a bit more of a pressure-oriented Peach.
And I feel like Matsu really has to get in because it's going to be super easy for Cosmos just to build up a wall with those fairs or even back airs. And it's gonna keep Peach out, but Peach needs to get in so she can get those meaty aerials to rack up that percent.
I do already like the fact that, yeah, when Matsu has Cosmos cornered with this character, he feels more confident to just stay with him in the corner and keep this pressure going right now. We're seeing landing traps now. We're seeing a lot better control of the advantage state.
And it's really nice to see that Matsu's able to play this kind of aggressive play whenever he has a character like Robin that he needs to stay back. Feels good to let loose. We got a Mr. Saturn on the board.
Are we going to get any sort of crazy bounce shenanigans? You know the trick when you're fighting a Peach, in order to counterplay your items, a lot of times the trick is you just ignore that she has anything. You act like it's just a regular turnip because trying to play around the item makes you a lot more predictable for the Peach to kill.
Because then when you see a Mr. Saturn on the stage, you're like, oh man, I can't shield, and then you're going to do exactly that,
and
the
then,
opposite.
And then now Matsu knows you're not going to be shielding, and Matsu actually taking the first stock right now. A big part of it with that Mr. Saturn for pressure.
Oh my goodness, the bounce. The bounce of the Mr. Saturn.
Oh
no.
My god. Oh, no. Okay, you know what? I was so scared right there. I was scared he would somehow like footstool Cosmos after that F smash, and then he wouldn't be able to get up and be stuck on that platform.
Man,
luckily that didn't happen.
Ridiculous shield break to a very subpar punish right there.
It's as Mio puts it, you got into the all-you-can-eat buffet and you just had mashed potatoes. You didn't have any steak.
Yeah, you had only the filler, man. You didn't have the main meal.
But in that situation where the opponent is only at 0%, I mean, you're not going to take a stock in that case. It's just a little bit unfortunate to not be able to get as much as you would like in that situation. But
right, and I like the down air attempt coming from Matsu, seeing if he could hit just the head of Corrin so he can hit Corrin out of the up B, but Cosmos is going to get right through there.
It's so hard to trade with that. If your multi-hit doesn't have disjoints, it's a lot harder to pick at Corrin. But if you are able to, Corrin drops like a rock and often dies from it.
It looks like Cosmos is slowly but surely getting this rebuttal, and he's getting some good percent whenever he hits Matsu for the first time.
Matsu, though,
great back air, giving him that bubble butt.
A really strong situation right now. I like that little setup. Yeah, the turn up covering the neutral get up and then also going for a trump at the same time. The dash attack actually taking it
real quick.
That was really nice too, because what he was doing is he was just like short hopping over and over again in front of Cosmos, and finally did the dash attack when it looked like he was just going to be passive and trying to bait there, just at the moment where Cosmos was like, okay, wait a minute, I'm going to call you out, and then gets hit by the dash attack instead.
For sure. And I just want to say that I'm appreciating this character variety that we're seeing on this stream right now.
It's why I love Smash 4, honestly. It's just it's a love-hate relationship. I've said this before in the past. I love the amount of viable characters, but it's also scary where, like, you'll see matchups like Greninja versus Kirby, and just like, how do you have an opinion on that? But, like, that is a matchup. Those are both characters that have strong representation. You
got to be a master in everything between, like, Fox against Cloud and also the Olimar ditto.
Double power shield both on the pin and the kick. That is a strong message to send in the beginning of a game. Just having the frame perfect guard ready to go.
Man, and Cosmos with no fear landing with an aerial right in front of Matsu's face, and he's going to keep this going right now.
Yeah, he's finding a lot of success here on FD. Just a ton of aggressive damage right now. He's barely even waiting for air dodges. A lot of these times he's just throwing out forward air after forward air.
And I like how whenever they're resetting neutral, Cosmos is very wary of the fact that Matsu can just float on over to him with a down air. He's definitely going to wait for that down air to come out and then punish accordingly.
Oh, he tries to catch that neutral get up a little bit too soon, though. But there we go, headshot right during the turn-up pick.
Great spacing right there coming from Cosmos. That matters a lot when you play Corrin, man.
And this is already a significant shift from that second game. Only 42% on Cosmos compared to the first one where Matsu, it was close to even, but Matsu was just barely a step ahead. He's going to need to really bring in the pain if he wants to make this even again.
We're definitely seeing Cosmos finally realizing how much he can do whenever he has Peach in disadvantage. But let's see if Matsu can do something when he's in advantage state. Peach hits really hard, man, especially that crown.
A well-spaced crown solves all of your problems. I will tell you that right now. Unable to find any sort of punish, but still Matsu trying to play patient, trying to look for something. But the thing is, as he's trying to play patient, he just lets Cosmos build the spacing that he wants for these forward airs, and Cosmos is the one walking away with these neutral wins.
Matsu definitely looking really scared right now, throwing a lot of air dodges.
And Cosmos is absolutely aware of that. He's waiting for all of these air dodges now.
I love that from Matsu right there, baiting Cosmos to go towards the ledge and hitting him with the parasol one more time. Yeah, just trying to look for this fair right now to close out the stock, but Cosmos is going to know a little bit better than to just go head into a fair like that.
Yeah, he wants to make just the rest of this last as long as possible, and it ends up lasting for the whole game.
Wow.
Taking it with a 2-stock very commandingly.
Good adaptation coming from Cosmos. Cosmos realized, he was like, I'm just going to, you know, poke at you a little bit. I'm not really going to go for anything that's going to get me punished really hard.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you hit really hard, Peach, so I'm just going to take my time.
And at the same time, having that recognition of when he could just go in hard, when it was just like, okay, you're actually being passive right now. I'm going to commit that extra mile then to get this more damage that I'm looking for. And like it's sort of like a temperament rock, paper, scissors that I find is like true for fighting games in general, where like you have like the normal pressing buttons play, And there's patient play where you stand out of the range of their buttons and you whiff punish. And there's really aggressive play where you just run at them even further and grab them while they're trying to be patient.
Exactly.
But then you can also just punch them if they try to run up and grab.
It's just a game of rock,